and thank you very much for inviting me to this symposium. Thanks to the ambassador, first of all. I will try to say something about my life is my message, as Gandhi is quoted. First of all, I was about 17 years old when I first time heard about Gandhi, and I was really taken by his personality and his message. And during this 17, 18 years old, as I was, I also started meditation and yoga, or first yoga and meditation. And I was very much taken by the Indian culture. And I must say that Gandhi led me into the Indian culture, first of all. And I also later, just to jump a little, later I also become a very good friend of Bhupa Krishna Gandhi and Tara, which were here as ambassadors a long time ago, 15 years ago or something, I don't remember. But, and it was a great honor for me to meet the grandson of Mahatma Gandhi, which had been my big hero. One day I asked Bhupal, what are you really doing here? You know, I didn't think that the Indian ambassador has much to do in Norway. And he said, nothing. Nothing. You must do something. Yeah, I'm writing on my grandfather's book. The thing is that, but after him, I know that, I don't know what much he really did, but after him, I know that all the ambassadors I know have been working very hard for India here. And Mahesh Dev was the first one after that, and he was a very hard worker. When I see this poster here, strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Actually, that's not really true. Will is just a mean. It's something you do, but it's based on something deeper. And as Asim Dutaroy was talking about, actually took all my points about ahimsa and the truth. But that is actually, I have on my fridge, God is truth. No, truth is God. That was it. That means that everything you do is based on the truth. And that is the core of Mahatma Gandhi's message. And also I would like to say that my experience with India is also like that I know that when the English came to India, there was no name on the religion in India. So the English called what they believed in India for Hinduism. Because that was the order, I had some order in the system, that what is this religion compared to the others. But the thing is that the Indian tradition is not based on a specific religion as such. It's actually based on science. In the same way as we consider Einstein and other scientists, that actually up to our day has sort of Einstein's theory about relativity has been confirmed just today. Before that, it had just been sort of a thinking, a thought. And that is actually the tradition of India. It has been a long, many thousand years old. I think it's much older than scientists says, but it's a long tradition of seeking the truth. And what is the truth? And in the core of that seeking, meditation and yoga has been very, very important. It didn't start with Patanjali around 2,000 years ago. It started a long time before. And that is also what influenced Gandhi himself also. And why is he called Mahatma Gandhi? Because everything is based on the soul. The big soul. And in the deep meditation, I learned meditation, what we call Aki meditation here. There are many different meditation techniques. Many are very good, others are a little limiting. But the thing is that meditation, you often use a mantra, which actually means a vehicle for the thought. That's the Sanskrit meaning of this word mantra. You can also call it a meditation sound. And the thing is, why do you use that? Yes, because it helps you to open up for the inner depth of your soul. And that is the most important part of Indian culture, as I see it. And that is who creates a Mahatma like this, because he is based on that culture that is seeking the truth of the soul. And ahimsa is a concept which I learned very well when I got the invitation for this symposium. The first word I got in my mind was ahimsa. Yeah. So what is ahimsa? Ahimsa is non-violence. But what is ahimsa based on? It's the satya. Actually, it was all this movement was called satyagraha, and satya refers to truth beyond all knowledge, and ya is the activating of this knowledge. So satya means do it, do the truth, and that is what his philosophy is all about. You have to do the truth. So you cannot lie. You have to respect your enemy. Because there are also wars in Indian history. And the most famous is written in the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, one of the leaders of the one army, he asked Krishna what to do. I see all my relatives in the other army. Shall I kill them? And then Krishna had this speech about what the meaning of life. And he has to do it, because it's sort of his duty to do that, his dharma. But the thing is that what is leading everything is actually the truth. So what is the truth? Is it just an intellectual concept? No. I think the truth is a little about what we just listened to just now. It's the beauty. The beauty of therefore also the flute is the flute is Krishna's instrument, and but also Shiva is shown as a dancer. Shiva is the dance of the creativity. He's breaking down the universe, but also making the creation. So these things is the core, and don't hang up in Krishna and Shiva and these names, which actually make this thinking as a religion. This is fine, it's no problem. But the thing is, all this is symbolizing some deeper things which actually is abstract. The truth is abstract. And to open up, when you do in meditation, when you do long meditations, maybe not in day-to-day, but in the long meditations, you open up for something which is true inside you. It's something of a beauty. It's something which really takes your heart. That is also what the artist is doing. He's creating, or she's creating something, using maybe paint, using maybe a pencil or whatever, and all this is physical things, but when he has done it, it's something else. It's not that clay, it's not that paint, it's not that material things, it's something else. It's the beauty. And I think beauty is the depth of the human life. Beauty is what creates ethic values. Because if there is a beauty inside me, it's also beauty inside you. So you have to respect the beauty in the other person. And it's very beautifully done in, for example, Japan. When I visited Japan for the first time, I saw this, they are bowing to you like this. They're even bowing to the bus. The bus was stood there with no people inside, and this woman was standing like this. And I thought, what is this? Because they are bowing to the goddess or the god in this other object. That's part of the Shinto, because God is everywhere. And it's also in another person. So the beauty is this opening of the metaphysical and the transcendent reality in the creation. That was the Indian culture believes in. And that is also what Mahatma Gandhi believes in. That's why he had got his name Mahatma, because he's a great soul. He has seen the beauty of the creation. He has seen the beauty in the other people. He has even seen the beauty in the Englishman, who didn't know always behave very well. So that is what was leading him as a star, and therefore it is written on my fridge, truth is God. And I think that is the message of Mahatma Gandhi, and actually which influences in all practical things in our life. And I'm very agree with Isro that saying that hoping that that could be part of reality, that the politician could sort of act according to these kind of things. And but the first thing we have to do, we have to act ourselves and try to find that beauty in our heart and create that beauty in our life and share it with other people. That is the core of this message. Thank you.